Manchester United have won the Manchester Derby 2-1 against local rivals Man City in what was a hard-fought contest and controversial contest as well. But what's going on, guys? It is Ketch back with another video on the channel. Just wanted to say a quick thank you. I've just passed 100 subs on this channel, so please, if you do like what you're seeing, please do like, share, and subscribe for more. And let's get straight into the video. Yes, you heard that right. Manchester United did beat Man City 2-1, and even though Jack Grealish put City 1-0 ahead at Old Trafford, it was a controversial equaliser from Bruno Fernandes that brought Manchester United level, and then the informed man himself, Marcus Rashford, who seems to be scoring for fun at the minute, capped off a lovely, entertaining evening for the home side by making it 2-1 and putting themselves into a title race, which I thought about a couple months ago they were not going to be anywhere near. So that's now made things a lot more interesting at the top of the table. The fact they've beaten City as well has given Arsenal a massive advantage. If they win their game, I believe it's against Tottenham in the North London derby, they'll go, 8 points clear of City and 10 ahead of United at the top of the table. But Arsenal still have to play Manchester United as well. So will we see the Arsenal bottle of years prior, or will they show resolve and determination and stretch that lead even further by beating Manchester United in the next game week, of course? Only time will tell, but we'll see what happens when Arsenal play Tottenham. Brighton and Solly March have put more nails into Liverpool's coffin as they thumped them 3-0 at the Amex Stadium. Solly March got a brace and Danny Welbeck scored as well, which would have made him very happy, a former Manchester United player scoring against their fiercest rivals Liverpool. But credit to Brighton and Roberto De Zerbi, who were without their controversial but talented playmaker Leandro Trossard. But it didn't really matter. Liverpool look a shell of the team who almost won 4 trophies last season, and I think Liverpool do need a massive reset in the midfield of the park, as well as tactically. I don't think Klopp's got it right in recent weeks, and to be fair, I don't think he's got it right since the start of the season. But we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. Hopefully with a few more players returning from injury, Liverpool can somehow salvage something out of what's been a pretty tragic season, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, teams just know how to play them at the moment, and that's not a good sign for Liverpool, Klopp, or his coaching staff. They need to figure out ways to become unbeatable again, but only time will tell, and we shall see what happens with Liverpool over the next few weeks. But credit to Brighton where credit's due. Southampton, meanwhile, heaped more and more pressure on Frank Lampard and Everton as they came from behind to beat Everton 2-1 at Goodison Park overnight, and it was their captain James Ward-Prowse leading from the front. He scored a brace and another one from a free kick, proving he is the ultimate England set piece specialist, which is bizarre considering he doesn't play more for England, but I think there's probably reasoning behind that. But yes, it has heaped heaps of pressure onto Frank Lampard now, as Everton currently sit 19th in the table, only ahead of Southampton on goal difference, and they are well and truly in another relegation battle this season. And I think if Everton are going to make any changes between now and the end of this month, it's going to have to happen in January, and it needs to happen probably sooner rather than later, because the rate they're going, they'll probably get relegated, and on their current form, it's probably a sure thing. But Southampton desperately needed that victory. It's taken them level on points with Everton and West Ham, of course, but they're only a point now outside the relegation zone. So Nathan Jones will be looking forward to seeing if he can get himself out of that relegation zone. And for Southampton, it's welcome news, as their positive form will now put the other relegation battling clubs on notice. Wolves have climbed themselves out of the relegation zone with a hard-fought 1-0 win over West Ham overnight, and they've got Daniel Podence to thank as he scored the only goal in the game, and it has now taken Wolves back out of the relegation zone, and it's got to be credit to Julian Lopetegui, and his resurgence at Wolves has seen them rise back out of that relegation zone that they are trying so hard to avoid, and I think they'll probably will now with Lopetegui at the helm. They seem to be an identified team once again. They gave Liverpool a bit of a scare in their midweek draw in the FA Cup. To be fair, they probably should have won that game, but I think they deserved this 1-0 win over West Ham, and West Ham now have questions of their own. Is David Moyes the right person to take them forward? Will they even get out of the relegation zone now? To be perfectly honest, Moyes has been here before with Sunderland, and he got them relegated that time. And let's look where Sunderland are now. But I think I think if West Ham don't hurry up and turn their form around, then they'll probably go down as well. And like Everton, that'd be quite sad seeing two of the larger, more established Premier League clubs go down. But that's football sometimes, and if you don't make the right decisions and the right purchases, that's the unfortunate fact of Premier League football. Finally, we arrive at Nottingham Forest to put in a lovely 2-0 performance to beat struggling Leicester 2-0 at the City Ground, and it was Brennan Johnson who scored a brace to get Nottingham Forest, believe it or not, up to 13th now. They started the day a couple points outside of the relegation zone, but with this win they've pushed 5 clear of that said relegation zone, and have even put themselves ahead of Leicester, who are now floundering in 15th place, believe it or not. So this relegation zone has heated up quite a lot. There's probably maybe from 14th down to 20th, probably that many teams who are in the relegation battle at the minute. So come May, remains to be seen who will go down. I still personally think Bournemouth, probably Leeds, and probably one of Everton or West Ham go down. But given current form and points already accrued, that could change. But credit to Forest. Their recovery seems to be going better and better ever since they beat Liverpool at home. But credit to Steve Cooper and his side, and I think on performances based like these, they'll probably stay up. But anyway, that has been the end of this video, guys. Please do like, share, and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you with another video very soon. Have a good one, guys. See ya.